comes Legos, bricks and toys.
Alright, toy fans. So, we are here with another day of this Mecha Team Leader. Been kind of a wild day for me. Of course, we got the sword built. The sword's already huge, right? You know, it's a pretty big sword. But then we've got this mech, and this thing is huge. I was not expecting it. Like, I saw reviews, I was like, oh, that's big, but I was not, this is kind of out of my realm of what I was thinking. Like, this is pretty big. So far, I'm going to kind of set that over there. It looks like, I'm going to also click this forward one. Click. There we go. And I'll put the sword right there. Let's see if we can, a little bit more, there we go, so we can kind of see how big this thing is, man. This is a huge mech. Now, we're going to go through bag 8. Now, what I found is I found a bag 8, then I found a bag 8-1 and 9-1. So whatever's left over from 8 will go into 9, obvi. And I believe these blue pieces, and there's like these over here, some of this, is all going to be going onto this. Now, I believe we're just making the next foot, or not foot, but leg, and then foot. So, let's go ahead, open up 8. We got this one, and lots of blue brackets this time. And then we've got this. Now, I noticed there's kind of a robin's egg, or like cyan blue, with the blue and orange, so contrasting colors. The other we had purple, red, and like a peachy sort of color for the, I guess, like the bright portion of the red. So now we're working, so that was the tomato head side. Now we're working on the Durburger side, right? So here we go. Got the app open, got the book open. We'll compare the two as we go. We're only going to be working on 8 for today, and we'll come back to it later. Now, starting out at 205, this has us with one of these. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 2 by 10. So it looks like we need 2. 1 and 2. One's going to clip to here. So 205, 206. Interesting, they have it where it's like, hey, just get this. That's your first step. Second step is this. A little awkward, but alright. And then we're going to put another one right here. So just like that. Now, kind of how we built the other one, we've got, looks like 2 1x1s. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're going to put this one here, 1 and 2, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4, just like that. And then we're going to flip it over. We've got our gray piece that goes right here. So another 2 by 10 goes right there. And then 10 of these brackets. So the same step here is here. So we've got 10 of our brackets. Go to our big thing of brackets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, that's 5 here. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's stack them on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, that's got a little bit of flashing on there. 6. Number 7, 8, 9, and 10. Make sure they're all pressed in, nice and tight. So now it looks like we're going to be putting the 2 plates on the inside. So 2 of these 2x10s going on the inside. So 1 and 2. Oh, wrong one. That was a 2x8. Another 2x8. Lordy, lordy, where is it? Ah, found it. I was like, it's either hiding or I'm missing a 2x10, and that would be unfortunate. Okay. Now, 209, same thing here. Kind of moving on. We've got 2 of these gray 1x10s. Snap 1 on each side. Kind of reinforcing this part of the build, building it up. And now we've got one of these white, what is that, a 2x6, and then we should have one of these little 2x2 modified. And it looks like it's in sand blue, so I should have a sand blue right there. There we go. Sand blue going right there. We're doing stud side in. Kind of like that, right? So a lot of this reminds me of the same process from the last build, and I'm wondering if they're going to be skipping around as well in the same fashion for certain areas, because I think that they have to have a certain amount of differences as you go. And most people, if this was ever something that was brought up before, or they're like, we got this, I guess the idea is that there's enough differences and steps that most people who don't deal with this, they're not going to see it. Which is really where it's like, hey, you know what? You need to hire someone who knows. So, hey, you know what? Like Lego, if you're wanting to hire me to look at these things and to catch these people, let me know. Give me a job. Otherwise, probably want to make this stuff a little more cost effective and portable for everybody. No, like I said, there's a part of me that's like, probably shouldn't have gotten it, but, how else am I ever going to afford these? And I know people are like, hey, well, you could save up a lot of money, and I'm like, yeah, but sometimes, like, especially here lately, with everything going on, and I might be in a bit of a buying freeze for sure. Some of these sets, like, by the time I get the money for them, they're going to be retired. And, again, that's one of those, it's like, it's hard to, with a family account and things that we got, it's hard to justify $250 on a toy when there's other things we need right now. And, I thought about, it's like, I could sell this, and this, but these days, people aren't really buying a lot of the used sets and stuff. They're going for nothing. So it's like, I don't know. This seemed to be an option, and I want to try it out. And guess what? I'm enjoying this set quite a bit. So, I'm enjoying it quite a bit. 1, 2. And when you think about people who is like, hey, there's people in this world, they are not going to be able to afford a set like this at all, and if they have $40 and they're able to wait the time that it takes to get here, and they're like, hey, I want to be able to get this, and now I got it. It has no box. Instructions are kind of wackadoodle, but now I can show my interest and love in these things, and I got this stuff to do it. So it's something to think about. Not everybody. And again, I know it's like one of those, it's this wild debate, this back and forth. It's like, who's in the right, who's in the wrong. It's, I guess, in many ways, it really is like piracy. And, I see, oftentimes I will see mocks that look like they're probably people's mocks that you can get on like Bricklink, or not Bricklink, but yeah, Bricklink. And that looks like they're taking people's mocks and putting them out there, and it's like, yeah, I mean, thinking about those sorts of things, yeah, it stinks, man. It's not any good. There's some people's livelihoods. Lego, I think that they're a big corporation. They're no longer the small Denmark company that does this and has this and has, like, they have played the game. They have been around. They set the standard for a lot of people. They have, created and almost failed and almost came back, and there's all sorts of things that they've done, and they, I don't really see them in the same light as being on the struggle as small brick creators. But I will say, it's still not necessarily a good thing. I'm going to do this. Let's pop that in, just like that. Push it in there. I'm going to use this. Push it all the way in. Trying to take some of the strain off of these studs. There we go. Goes in there. And then we shall. There we go. And that is now locked into place for that little knee joint. Now, how that knee joint works is it's technically this. You would see this in the back. And so we're kind of getting this little bit of order back there. So you got the mechanical work and everything. So that's what we're working on now. Now, we are here. Let's see. We got 2 of these. We did. Boom, 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 boom. Did all that. That's all into place now. We're moving up here. So far, everything has been in order. Hasn't had anything out of order yet. So that's kind of cool, I think. Okay, now, I remember we had an issue with this last time, so this is going to go right on top. I notice the guidelines are going to here. And yeah, now they've reversed the sides. That's what they've done. So they reversed, like, this one goes to this side, this one goes to this side. That's what they've changed, but that's been about it. Alright, so this is going to go here, that's going to go here. 218, 219, 220 with a 2x4. And then 222. 1, 2. Let's clock it. We got it. Okay, now they're putting the white one on here. So we'll go ahead and put this one on here and then a 2x4. So we're going to reverse this and, oh, I see. It's here and then here. I'm not paying attention. I'm skipping ahead. So we have this 2x4 here. And then we've got our 10 brackets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'll pop all these on. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. And boom. This is definitely one of those builds where it's like, as you're progressively putting it together and checking out and seeing, you're like, man, this thing is going to be cool. And it makes it, honestly, like, as I've been putting this together, I'm like, man, I'll go back and play those seasons, you know, play, like, those things again. And now it's like, I want to look and see if someone on their island has a mech that I can go play with. Because I think it's cool, you know? All right. Now, we have, I'm going to check here, brackets. Now, I'm going to do this. Okay, so this goes on this side up here. Okay, I had to check it because I wanted to make sure that is where those go. Okay, 1, 2, that's all there. And then we've got our lime green structure brick. gonna go right here. Yay! Golf clap. We got that done. There are times I'm like, why are we clapping right now? Yay! And I'm not exactly sure what the what's the exciting appeal here. We finished it. We still got a lot more to go. Okay, now this part is done. So this is actually, they have us, again like the other, they have us building the structure of the leg. This has us doing it this way. We're going to go, I think, with the Lego version of this. So now we're going to be building up this. Let's go with the Lego, because this is kind of pulling from over here, whereas this one is building it up from over here. So let's see. And this allows me to turn it and move it however I like. So we're going to pull this up over here. We're going to look over here because we do want to make sure that it is the same. Now we got 1, 2 of these 4x4s. So we've got our bricks, 4x4s here. Again, kind of reversing. We're going this way backwards. Then we have our, let's see, let's pop that off. Get off there. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces here. So 4 1x4s, 2 2x2s, 2x2s and blacks are going right here. 1 and 2. And then the other is going on the other side. Just kind of looking to see. This one, it's interesting, a lot of that got covered. So it's like it looks familiar and it looks like, you know, the build of the other one, but there's a few differences. It's like, well, are we going to be covering the whole thing? Like, how is this working for us, you know? Now we're here and we're adding on our little curtain. I call them curtain plates, but they're like wedge plates. They're not wedge plates. They are slanted, like they're diagonal plates. Should have one more. I know it's in here. I know it. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. Oh, there it is. It fell. It's probably been on camera the whole time, and I just didn't even realize it. Alright, so 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Okay. Now. Okay, so now we're going back over to this over here on the far end. Right here. This is what we're working on. So 1 and 2 of these plates. Like I said, all of it is in order. It's just in a different sort of organization. So like it's not the absolute same organized all the way through. We got our one stick here. We got one of these. Make sure we don't drop this thing, Taylor. Like, let's keep this real. Come on, Tay. Alright. And then we've got this part that goes in here. And these bars actually help. I thought it was for articulation, but they actually help reinforce things. So that's what we're doing. We're kind of building this up, reinforcing these parts of the leg, making it to where this will attach up to there. Okay. Boom. And then we've got the other bar plate over here. Where is that bad boy? Here we go. One here, so that's going to go right onto here. That's going to fit right to there. Now, we're building up the rest of this. So we've got a blue 1x4, a gray 2x4. That's going to go here. And this one's going to go right here. Let's get that flashing off there. Boom, boom. Okay. And now we're going to go with a gray brick on top. And then another blue down here on the bottom. make sure it's all pressed. Then we got the green. Now this one has us building all this up and then doing the green last. Lego has us putting the green on now. And it's just this little green block right there. Really, it's nothing. But in the grand scheme of things, I can see where they're like, yeah, go ahead and take care of it now. And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so they have us putting both 1 and 2 of these on here, which is where we're at here. And then we've got our bar and this. We're going the same direction with the other one, so fits right through there. All right. Now, we should be at this point here. Now we're setting it right in here. And much like the other one, it's going to go all the way. I got to press it into these studs down here. Boom. Make sure it's nice and pressed in there. There you go. That blue and orange, like I love, here's the thing. I don't actually have Beef Boss, and it comes in shop all the time, and I need to get Beef Boss, but I have like I think I have like the 3 3/4 inch action figure of them. I've got the 6 inch action figure of them. I was hoping the Hasbro team, when they were going to do their Victory Royale series, I was like, surely they're going to be putting a Beef Boss out there. And oddly enough, we got, oh man, we got Midas Rex, and I'm trying to remember who all we got. We didn't even get DJ Llama. It was the Llama Trooper. It was like some really weird, like we did get Man Cake. That one is probably my favorite out of the series that Hasbro put out. That is absolutely hands down my favorite action figure that they did. Like I absolutely love it. Here again, it seems like I thought I had this right the first time. It got moved, and now I see that I'm doing it yet again, moving these studs down over here. And I could almost just go back and rewatch that footage. I have a feeling it is the same exact thing 2 times. But the man cake action figure is great. He's got the whole Western wear. He's got the whole Western wear. He's got a cannon. He's got the 2 revolvers that have the waffle gridiron on the bottom. Oh man, what else? He's got, of course, his pancake rifle, syrup. I can't even remember what else. Oh, he does have, I think, the AR. And it's so goofy. But like I said, I absolutely love that figure. Again, one of my absolute favorites. If I had to get rid of a lot of Fortnite stuff, that one's staying for sure. And then I've got some others. I've got the Visitor, from the Jazzwares run. I've got Shadow Meowscles with the weight set, which is another just banger one. I absolutely love it. I think about, like old school into Fortnite, and I think about like all the stuff that we had, and it's before all the collabs came along. It's just collab after collab after collab. And I think about all those like just wonderful goofy characters and like the different Joneses, and oh man, even what was some of the, I got like Relax Fit Jones that I play every once in a while. Most of the time skins that I play, I'll play like during like a Marvel season. I might play like a Marvel skin for a little bit, but most of the Marvel skins I'm gonna play are gonna end up being their like, the Captain America Jonesy. Like I like that one. The scientist version of the Hulk Buster. Like I like that one, and I say it's the 7 scientist, but it's the 7 coloration of the blue and the black with the red visor and all that. Like, I like that one. I have that one. I've got, what is it? Spider-Man Zero Shard 1 is okay. I like the Prowler. I thought that was a really good skin. But for the most part, like, I will usually just play just Fortnite original characters. That's kind of my jam. That's what I love. And I was really hoping that we would have gotten more and more and more, because I do very much like the Fortnite characters. Like the original characters, that cracks me up. There's several characters I'm wanting to cosplay, like Little Dip. I want to cosplay as him. I love that character. I remember when he was when he showed up in season 3 or chapter 3. Is it chapter 3, season 2? I think. He's cracking me up with the dance. Again, it's all ridiculous stuff, but you know, it works out. It clocks and it clicks, man. All right. And then we got 1 and 2. Again, most of my characters that I really enjoy are going to be the OG characters. And like when I say OG characters, I mean like truly like goofy looking OG characters or variations of them. So like, there was one that was Wastelander Skull Trooper that I thought was really cool. Like I like that one a lot. There was oh man, there's all sorts of stuff. I'd have to go through my locker and see. I got the was it the Bow Brothers set? So I've got all the bio heads, the bun or the steamed bun head guys, and then I got there was one that was a sushi head. I can't remember his name, but that one, you know, he came out a little bit later, but he is just absolutely goofy. And I sweated with that skin for a while. Like I enjoyed that. That's a fun one. But like, you know, here's the thing. I think what I disliked about what's going on is I felt like Hasbro mismanaged a lot of what they were doing. I think they were putting out a lot of characters that they thought people wanted, and they weren't necessarily putting out characters that people actually wanted. People wanted the older characters. You know, they wanted the older characters so they could say, yeah, you know, these are the characters I had that I loved, and I want to see a new version of them. And if you're, you know, I think they were afraid of, well, you know, we got to get new characters because it's, you know, people aren't going to like it enough. And I have a lot of the Jazzwares, and I like Jazzwares, but the quality between Jazzwares and Hasbro are vastly different. Jazzwares has some quality control issues. Like I've got a oh man, what was it? It was the Easter Trooper guy. It was like Jonesy with a hockey mask. He's got like a bunny suit on, right? Like I have that figure, but as soon as I got out of the package, his arm fell off because no one checked to make sure that the socket for his arm was correct. So I've got to, you know, I'll have to go and like heat the stem and pull the stem out a little bit because it got heated and turned up into the thing. And some of them I haven't even put together. But then I've got some other good ones like Scuba Jonesy and like, you know, just I got an OG and I've got a refitted Jonesy. I've got a lot of figures. I need to actually go through them and check them all out. But most of the time, I kind of played with the Hasbro ones, the Jazzware, to kind of check out. I was trying to display. There's so much I can't display them all. All right. So we got all these down. So that's it on that one? Yeah, I guess so. So that's it. So this is where we're ending on bag 8, and this will be actually, ooh, that piece keeps falling off. This will actually end up going, put that back up there. There you go. This one will end up going right in here for the second leg. Very Voltron-esque. I know people were like, oh, that you know, Voltron wannabe from Fortnite, and their inspiration obviously was Voltron, but it was done in such a way that I was like, hey, clock it. I could get behind that, most definitely. Most definitely I can get behind that. All right, hey, listen, that's all I got for you for day 8. Day 9 tomorrow, we'll come back and we'll look at the bag 9, and we'll put that one together, see kind of what we end with. I'm hoping this video is kind of hitting on a nerve here, helping you kind of figure out if this is the one that you want. Again, this is not Lego. This is the AliExpress one, okay? It's the one that I got. It was about $40-something. So far, banger of a piece. Only thing is the stickers for the foot over here I'm a little off about, because the actual print is off, so it came out more brown than it did red, but that's kind of my complaint at this point. Other than that, pretty good stuff. Hey, listen, if you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. You can be alerted if anything comes from me to you. Comment down below. Hey, thinking this is a cool build? I am digging it, absolutely digging it. And I'll come back with more tomorrow, so, you know, definitely stick close to the channel. Like this video, helps you to know what you're liking, what I'm making. If you want to help out the channel, go down into the bio, go to the Linktree store there. I've got a shop there. Get something out of the shop. Go to my Lunabricks affiliate link with their program there. Great company. Get something from the Lunabrick shop. I get small commissions on that, but hey, those small commissions over time, they'll build up, and I'll actually be able to get some more samples or pay for some services, you know, or try to get something to help push the channel out a little bit more. Like I said, it's a small channel. Been around for years, but kind of still clocking, going, moving, shaking. I'll bring in some more action figure stuff as well. Hopefully this summer I might be taking a little bit of break, but I'll go through a whole slew of stuff and really pad this account, okay? Hey, I thank you all for showing up. I really do. I appreciate it. You have no idea what it means to me for those who come and watch. I love you all. Hey, Jesus loves you more. There's nothing you can do about it. Luck with the build. Happy brick hunting.